Yeah, obviously it's an exciting opportunity and one that, you know, we've been trying to solidify that top six, you know, for the back end of the season. Something we've managed to do, and you know, this is the next target, the next step, like you say, for us to move forward and hopefully make another step towards getting back to the championship.
How would you describe the challenge of even making the playoffs? Because it's taken a lot of points to get into the top six this season. It went right down to the final game for a number of clubs. Getting in there and now facing Sunderland, what has that achievement been like over 46 games?
I think it's a massive achievement, especially you know, the injuries that we've had to cope with early on in the season, and especially being without recognised centre halves for long periods of that. And like you say, the points totals abnormally high for you know, a League One season, and even just looking at the last kind of 3-4 weeks, some of the pressure kind of games and moments that we've found ourselves in, and we've been able to come through that, has only made us stronger. You know, obviously the MK Dons one, going into that, you know, kind of the last to play on Sky on an evening against the top two team, getting the job done there, and similarly at Fleetwood, you know, going a goal up and then 2-1 down, and then coming through and winning that one, and you know, a must win on Saturday against Portsmouth and going a goal down. So we've showed good character, and you know, we're an experienced bunch, and we've had to draw on that experience, and we will need to do so in the coming games, definitely. Yeah.
How confident do you and the players feel going into this playoff campaign now?
Yeah, I think we're in a good way. I think, you know, as a team, where we are now compared to where we was when we last visited there, we're in a much better place. And you know, obviously last time was off the back of about 12 of us having COVID, and it was a really strange time, a bit of a depleted squad, and since obviously added to that squad and become a lot more solid, and that's shown, you know, through our results and our performances, not only recently but, you know, since then really, you know, the back end of the season. So yeah, I think as a group, you know it's a massive occasion, and I think whether here or other clubs, lads have been involved in playoff games and you know, promotions and things, so we all know kind of what it takes, the bulk of us, and yeah, it's going to take a lot of hard work, and that goes without saying, but also a lot of calmness in your mind, to obviously impose yourself in the game and look to get the job done.
I think a lot of people are anticipating these two games against Sunderland because two historical clubs, there's going to be a huge number of fans at both games. How do you feel about it as a player? What kind of atmosphere do you expect in these two legs?
Yeah, the atmosphere will be second to none, and I think that's what, you know, as a player, you get into football for these big occasions and these big games. Like you say, two teams that are followed throughout the country, home and away, with a brilliant following. So we know, you know, we're going into to their backyard first, and you know, our travelling fans will be making their voice heard, I'm sure, and similarly when they come to us, you know, the atmosphere on Saturday, for example, with Hillsborough as full as I've seen it for a number of years, was, you know, amazing, and yeah, we're looking forward to that again, you know, come Monday. But first of all, looking at the job tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see how we get on up there first.
Have you got to be ready for what you're going to experience at the stadium of, like, you know, 40,000 fans? It's going to be a really difficult place to go, and as the first leg, it's obviously going to play a huge part as to what you go to Hillsborough with, whether that's a lead, whether it's level, or whether you're behind.
Yeah, I think that, you know, the second leg's to worry about after the first one. Obviously, the first one's our main focus, and going in there, we know it's going to be a fast game, a fast start, fast tempo. Like you say, the crowd are going to be making a lot of noise, but as players, that's something that, you know, you learn over a number of years to you know, you're going to have to combat and communicating. You know, sometimes your voice can't be heard on the pitch, so communicate in other ways, and we'll have a clear kind of way that the manager wants us to set up and play, and that'll be all done, you know, in the days leading up to it, like we have been, and the messages will already be cemented in your brain before you even step out into that atmosphere. So it's about, just for us, the best we can, sticking to the game plan and working for each other.